which is in your glossary. If you have any questions along the way, don't hesitate. We do want this to be, we do have a lot of slides we're going to try to go through quickly, but we also want this to be a conversation. So briefly, again, this is going to be review for some of you, but just wanted to go over again, where this started. It started last January. We had leadership interviews or focus groups with different groups of people. Many of you participated in them, but either focused on quality of life or young professionals, or we ran the gamut from agriculture to transportation. We kind of did a wide swath of people. Next, then we met in March, and these were with our consultants Gianni Longo and Dave Calzo, and they were really to lead the effort. And now it's really back in our hands to turn planning into action. We had regional outreach meetings, so we met with a group of people in each of the 10 counties. The meetings range from 30 to 40 people. And this whole effort has been focused on the 5 pillars. So early on, as we started, we knew we were going to focus on quality of life, 21st century talent, entrepreneurship, infrastructure, and competitive business climate. And that there were a lot of discussion with community leaders and kind of looking at best practices across the country. But those areas, we focus on strategies in those 5 areas that we would have the greatest chance for success in changing the graph. Then we followed up with topical group meetings. So those are meetings, that was like the pre-action team. It was called a topical group meeting. They only met 3 times, came up with the strategies that were presented at the Economic Summit. And then we culminated with the Economic Summit on June 23rd. And we feel that it was a successful event, but it was just the start. We were very excited to have a lot of people there. There was really good conversation. There was some frustration that what we presented wasn't specific enough. Perhaps in some of the cases wasn't bold enough. And that's where we come into play. Now it's time to get specific and bold. So as these are just to let you know, we really, the focus of the first part was really building consensus and reaching out and trying to be as regional as possible. We always have to work harder to try to incorporate more people to make sure we're truly regional, but I think it was a good start. So we did, we had held almost 200 conversations over the first 6 months. And this is, once again, kind of summarizing it in a different fashion about how the strategies, it was really collecting information, synthesizing the information, having the groups molded into something that were the overall strategies. So these are the strategies, or the vision statements that were presented at the conference, many of you have seen. And the vision statement for the region is a community reinvented every day, vibrant, progressive, innovative, and full of opportunity. Let me reiterate, this is just a start. This is kind of fluffy, feel good, but what does it really mean? Well, how are we really going to change the graph? This kind of gives us a good foundation, but now it's our responsibility to really articulate what that means. For example, Indy is the youth sports capital or amateur sports capital of the world. Other regions have gone around other things. What is our stake in the ground? And with respect to quality of life, what came up was it exudes confidence. The region actively celebrates its assets, entrepreneurial spirit, community engagement, and creativity. So that was really kind of a vision. Like that's what we want to. We haven't articulated how that's going to happen, but at the end of the day, we hope that the impact of the strategies that get developed in this group, that's the end result. That you get off the plane and it's not just the nice lady at the airport handing you a cookie, but it's anyone you talk to that says, welcome, we're really glad you're here, not, oh, I'm so sorry that you're here. So in terms of, we have started working on some of these strategies, and so we just want to continue to communicate that progress is occurring every day, that there's many facets to moving forward Vision 2020. So for example, with Courtney's work, oh look, we have a graphic that's wrong. Made here should actually be up on the communications campaign, not start early if you look at the far left-hand side. We have some really strong initial success with the communications campaign and the talent initiative, and we hope to increase that in terms of encouraging the region to embrace education. Legislative agenda, the regional chamber has adopted 3 of the pillars of Vision 2020, has come out with a very strong legislative agenda, so we finally have a unified voice from Northeast Indiana going into the next legislative session. The Jumpstart process, which is focused on entrepreneurship, has been up and running. They hope to have a plan in the next several months. And then Region 3A and 3B, or 3B and NERC, have come together to submit a combined regional planning document that says the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy, and that's something that's really unique and we're excited for because that hits on one of the strategies that came out of Vision 2020. Since the summit, so what have we been doing since June 23rd? In July, right away, we called other visioning initiatives across the country, said, all right, we've had this big summit, what do we do next? What are the pitfalls we should expect? What should we look to do for the most chances of success? We got a lot of great information from that. The coordinating group meeting, which is the overall leadership body for Vision 2020, met in August to review the final report. The final report was really a summary. It was good, comprehensive information that it collected, but we needed to then figure out, okay, so it's a great report. What's next? We knew we needed staff devoted full time to the effort, and fortunately the partnership allowed me to do that. And we also, Parkview has loaned Heather, gifted Heather to us for a brief period of time, which has been instrumental. We met with the topical group meetings. We met with several of you before to say, because we heard from some people that some of the strategies in the summit weren't maybe right on point. We wanted to come back, make sure that we captured any final information. We put together in November the 2011 plan, which we'll review with here shortly, and then obviously recruited all of you lovely people to be here today. And then this month is focused on kicking off the